Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I am ready. I'm so sorry. Okay, settled in. Okay, go. Okay. Hello. Hi everyone. Sorry, today's been crazy. I was running a few minutes late. I apologize. Oh, hello. Dewdrop Kai, welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a really good day. I was messing with stuff with my live overlay way too close to stream time. So it took me a few minutes, but I'm here now. I'm good so far, and how are you? I'm doing pretty good. It's been a little crazy, but I'm all settled in now, so things should be good. I'm glad that you were good so far. Good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start logging into the game. I've been so busy. That's my first sip of coffee today, so that's pretty wild. I'm so excited to see what the story brings today. I know. And it's like 7 p.m. for me, so that's pretty late. Almost getting to the end? I know. I never thought I'd be getting this. I mean, I never thought I'd be getting to. I've said that a bunch. I never thought I'd be getting to Shadowbringers. And then I got there and I was like, I never thought I'd be getting to these patches. But yeah, it's crazy. I never thought I'd be quite so far in the game. I'm not sure why, because I mean, obviously it had to happen eventually, but luckily I did play it late enough that I don't have too long to wait for more story. It is always a positive. I usually get around to things, games, TV shows, movies, I usually get around to them pretty late, so that's the one time it's benefited me, I guess. Same, haha, when I heard Endwalker was coming out, rushed through Heavensward and Stormblood. Wow. Are you done with Shadowbringers yet? That's some commitment. When I saw everything about Endwalker coming soon, I don't remember if the trailer had been out yet. But in around February, I finally got to the technical beginning of Stormblood. And I wasn't streaming that yet, but I wasn't streaming at all actually, but I got there and I loved everything about Stormblood. It was so nice. And then I took a break from the game and got back into it once I started streaming it. Of course. Oh, that's good. Okay. I wasn't sure because you just said Heavensward and Stormblood. I feel like it's been forever since I was on this game, but it was definitely sometime yesterday. Last night, I think. I don't remember what I was up to. I know I did some inventory stuff, I think. Yeah, I did, and I was trying to get some side quests unlocked and some optional dungeons. I did the Great Google Library and I just did it unsynced, just by myself, because that was easy. And it was really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the game now, I guess. I have to switch to my new one. I need to make sure it's the right one. I'm so excited to see where the story's gonna go. A little nervous. Oh man. Oh no, I just remembered everything that happened. Oh no, never mind, I'm not excited. Stream cancelled. I'm so nervous. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Okay, I think the frame and everything is good. I think so. Okay. Should be good. It's still very in progress, but my frame is at least new. Everything is out of the stream elements template that I used before. And my chat's a little more out of the way. I want to get a chat box put in here for the stream. You can't see where I'm pointing. Over where the chat box in game is, so that I don't have to worry about anything on there, any kind of crazy shouts or anything. And the stream chat can be there as well, because it's already a space that would be taken up by something, so that's the plan there. I just didn't get around to that today. But yeah. Alright, let's get to where we're going. Oh yeah, and I unlocked, I was picking up the unlock quest in the Crystarium, that's why I'm here. And I unlocked the twinning, which I believe I saw was a optional dungeon that I haven't done. So that's fun. I'll have to get around to that at some point. I don't know if it's particularly fun, but I feel like I've heard the name in passing, so I'm not sure how crazy that would be. Ooh, those dungeons. Yeah. I'm sure I guess there's other optional Shadowbringers ones that I haven't gotten to as well, maybe? I'm not sure how many. But anyways, we're not doing that now. Gotta go back to the Rising Stones. Big surprise, right? I'm hoping that I adjusted and moved things down enough. I changed the font size on the name so that it could be brought down a little farther. And hopefully that doesn't have the cutscene text cut off a little bit, because I do want to have the subtitles on there for accessibility and such things. So hopefully cut off, or that's not as cut off as it was the other day. And it looks like I can actually move my map back down a little bit to where I had it before. Nice. Cool. Good, good. Alright. Go to the Rising Stones. Oh look, the door's there. That's a good sign for things today. But yeah, has anybody been doing anything fun in the game? I was kind of going around unlocking some things. What I say I'm always going to do and then usually don't, because I have so many things to catch up on. I feel like I did more than that. Oh yeah, I unlocked the first of the Alexander raids, I think. I didn't realize that was what I was doing. But I was just doing unlock quests in Heavensward Zones. Yeah, I unlocked the first one. Alright. Good news, Mechanics! Dencrit and Urianger have finished their tour of Garlemald and are on their way back here, even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, hey? I'm so nervous about the towers. I'm so nervous about the towers. They're not gonna. Okay. The dungeon you unlocked, the twinning, is the one with some great music and its own fair share of memes. Yeah, I thought I'd heard the name quite a bit, so I didn't know if that just meant it was super crazy or what exactly, but I'll have to get around to that at some point. Also, welcome in, Aurora. I hope you're having a good day. I am painfully nervous for the story now that I just remembered what happened the other day. So nervous. Ah, a welcoming party. You needn't have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was a little more than a spectre. The lion's share of credit must go to Alizé, Graha, and Mukonix, but I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will have also heard, though, it hasn't been all tales of triumph. Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap, as they always do, right? Anyway, it's good to have you back. Though I can't help but noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried. And I did try. Repeatedly. But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to apprise Raban and the others how the land lies in Garlemald. Then mayhap he would do the same for us? Indeed, it was just as Lise said. Worse, in fact. Devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and the Ild, the third, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Fandaniel? Hear my voices on today. Let me try to fix it. I finally maxed out all my magical classes. White Mage, Scholar, Astrologent, Black Mage, Red Mage, Summoner. Congratulations, yeah. Full of magic title. That's cool. Congrats. That's awesome. Perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there day and night to rebuild, or rather, transform it. Transform it? Into what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare, kind of like those towers. They're terrifying. According to Urianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of Aether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yay! Yet as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of the builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with nary a word exchanged between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. Well, thank goodness we're working on a cure already. If it is similar, I mean. If Fandaniel could bind Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Well, be sure to save some for Urianger. Which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. For Alamigo! Raban is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the towers and has requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter, as I promised Kryle. We need not all attend. What if we all want to go? Very well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we will have to speak with Urianger before the meeting. Alright. Just realized, hang on just a second. Okay. This webcam frame is a little less invasive, I guess. It can probably be moved over a little. But so my messy hotbar of emotes and stuff back here was not as hidden. Okay. To Alamigo. We'll never learn how to navigate this place. It just won't happen. Flying over the buildings is the key to navigating there. That would make it a lot easier, I imagine. I was just gonna ask if this place was technically resident. Oh, we'll just take all the back alleyways. Yeah, I should definitely get on that. I know I said I wouldn't do with this expansion what I did with Stormblood's flying areas, but I kind of have. My friends, much and more I have heard of your travails in our absence. Heartened am I to see you all hale and whole. As are we to see you safely return from your mission, Urianger. I trust Thancred made you feel welcome? Well, if it isn't Alphino and his merry band. I'm so nervous. Arnvald, what are you doing here? When we spoke via Linkbro, you told me you'd be away on a mission. And who's to say this isn't part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so similar. I thought you'd have grown a bit taller after a year in another world, but apparently not. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body has hardly aged, as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Elezen are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a great orch... Okay, such as yourself will crane your neck to meet my eye. Aye, 'twas not until my 20th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions, though Mombrenda towered over me nonetheless. Arnvald brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They seem so at ease in each other's company. It's almost endearing. So, what exactly brings you here? Oh, Vordola, mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. I totally forgot she was here. She's still here? It's hanging out, I guess. Set out? Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? What gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later. You've got a meeting to go to. See you afterwards, alright? If Ordola's going with him, that must mean... My apologies. As Arnvold rightly pointed out, we have a meeting to attend. Let us be about it.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Is it the volume I normally have it at?
Theatrics. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Telophoroid's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this
Ramrick's here.
Daniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Oh, Lisa's fine.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us.
She's just fine. Made me all worried like that for nothing. Right, I'll remember that game. That's nice, thank you.
Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered.
That's great news.
But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
I don't know why that's surprising. The towers obviously have to do with them, so...
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania.
He's so pretty.
The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Interesting.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first.
I haven't got to see him in a while. Ian, I mean... Oh, Emmerich. I know, he's so pretty.
And the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
I literally forgot Vordola existed.
What?
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
Hmm.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
I forgot all about her. I'm sorry, I keep trying to adjust my chair and it is impossible because I don't know what it is, but it is just... It can't be known as anything other than the worst chair known to man. Anyways. Now that it's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial hat anymore. I feel like this could be summed up in like a sentence or two. Just go with me.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamolver and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fordola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
I was gonna say, yeah. I don't feel like they're probably giving her a lot of options.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Eldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
Touching moment, yeah. Hopefully everything ends up okay.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. that the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
You know, it's a nice moment when they
If
use
you
that
finish with
song.
your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it.
Not a good
Which is
choice.
why we've set
No.
our sights on the one in Paglthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Ooh. Isn't that... I think that's the name... Isn't that the name of the gear that I've been wanting from a dungeon that I have seen is in 5.5? Maybe that'll be soon enough.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way.
Exciting, that should be soon then.
Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh?
Well, in that case, I'm still really nervous about the plot because if Lise is fine, that means the game has not hurt my feelings.
It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime.
I feel bad, like, from the perspective of my character, because I feel like I make everyone just doubt themselves and, like, lower their self-confidence. They're like, well, I'm nothing compared to the Warrior of Light. It's like, you don't have to say that. Believe in yourself a little.
No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try.
Makes me feel bad.
They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task, chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Can you hear me? It's Tataru! I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian.
Yay, Estinian! They're out here making us feel bad for being strong as heck. Yeah! I do, I feel bad. Like, I'm not that good. Just believe in yourself. You're fine. Only Estinian, they finally got him. Poor Estinian, really. Plus, I found out in Shadowbringers I'm not really that special, so.
And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut.
Oh.
But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
No problem. Last time I did, I got to talk to Sir Emmerich, so. But he was just at that meeting. A little doubtful.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
All I have to do is teleport
While you go
Alfredo.
off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I just gotta go to the Aetherite, baby. I'll be there in a minute. Let me handle
I
it.
wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
Well, they almost had him. Or they had him for a second, I guess. Okay. What do I do, Alphino? So, Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. There is no time to lose. Only takes me a moment to get there, no problem. Can't remember if something funny happens here. I wouldn't doubt it. That's for sure. He looks so teeny tiny next to my character. All present? Good. Let's split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, squares and markets and whatnot. You and Muconix can delve into the nooks and crannies. Very well. Let us reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. Yay, we get to go all the hard-to-find places. I think I shall begin at the Sky Steel Manufactory, so perhaps you could try the Congregation. Lucia may well have heard news of our friend's return. Cool. Here be dragons. Where am I going? I was right. I am so sorry about that. Things were definitely quiet for that whole cutscene. I gotta stop doing that when I'm playing. Where the hell am I going? That's right. I will say I feel like this webcam frame is a bit less intrusive, a little less annoying, a lot more subtle. I think it's nice. Okay. To the Forgotten Night. Oh, Sir Emmerich hasn't came back yet, I guess. Ooh. Good evening to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gathered you have not come in search of him. Then what then do we owe the pleasure of your visit? I see. No. We were not aware Sir Estinian had returned to Ishgard, but as I expect you to remember, he is wont to come and go as he pleases. Mayhap he came seeking an audience with Lord Emmerich, only to find him absent. In any event, I'm afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. Well, thanks for nothing, Lucia. Thanks for nothing. I feel like that's close to the airship landing. Was I right? Yes. I only learned how to navigate the city by getting lost here a ton. I don't see him, so I'm guessing they didn't have luck.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
How did I not remember they haven't met before? That's so strange.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence.
Estinian! No, now I remember the scene. I miss him.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
I feel like last time you left— oh my god, he's so tall. He's so tall. I feel like last time he left, he didn't even hardly say goodbye to me. Almost got mad at him.
Too long.
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
No, Estinian, honey, no, that's not Alphino. Oh, that's so funny. He looks so nice in Walker. I'm so excited. Estinian. Oh no, poor baby. Oh, she's gonna kick his
Quieter,
ass.
though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
Oh, she's about to get so mad.
I am not Alphino!
I can't take her seriously. Not right
If
now.
the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged?
Not the pat. Yeah, after I saw that, I knew she was gonna get pissed.
Oh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side. To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Oh, I know that was so uncalled for. Oh my god, Grahad's is he's a little fanboy for everybody. Yeah, fanboy Grahad. Like for everyone. It's so cute.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Who are you traveling with? Who are these people?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long.
This is so cute.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
I mean, they can't get that mad, they're twins.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
Man, I miss Estinian.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
I hope he's not just like someone we meet up with every now and then in Endwalker. I want to see more of him again. I miss him.
At least someone's having a good time. You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
Yeah, he learned to talk with people rather than at them.
I wouldn't be so sure. He still loves nothing better than the sound of his own voice.
How cute, one big happy family. No, the game scares me. Happy moments are frightening to me.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azis La.
No, don't worry. We have our own airship now. You can take ours. The Bonanza.
Azis La? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Tell me, Alphino.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azis La, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation.
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this,
Yeah,
but we
we're
Scions
fancy
have an airship of
now.
our own now.
That's true. Yeah, I can enjoy good moments here. I can for a second, but then I start worrying.
I see no reason
Sorry.
why not.
Damn.
Assuming
hurt.
your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard.
Ugh!
I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
Damn.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less blunt?
She's not a fan of him. I'll grow to like him, hopefully. Maybe if he'd showed up in Shadowbringers for more than like 3 seconds. Maybe. Maybe she would have had time to like him. Estonia. I miss him. It has been quite some time since last I set foot in Ozislaw, but I understand the 3 of you were here rather more recently. I don't suppose you chanced to meet with Tiamat during your visit? Alas not. We had no cause to set foot here in the Delta Quadrant, but I have studied the relevant records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate a first-hand account of your dealings with her. Well then, Ykonix is the person to ask. As far as I know, she's the only one of us to have met Tiamat face to face. It helped, yeah. Ah yes, you are a friend of her father. I too have met with Tiamat. Ooh. After the Dragon Song War came to a close, I came here to speak with her. A worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wished to know if she had yet harbored thoughts of vengeance, and asked as much. She said no. That's good, I guess. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago. But the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut, burns on undimmed, torments her, even now. I see. Then your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat had been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and I know that he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over her. I miss so much of the story being about the dragons. That was such a nice time. Oh, sorry, I feel like I have no voice today. Oh damn, I missed the Estinian meeting Alizé moment. It was very fun. Just barely, yeah. I'm sure they'll have plenty more funny moments. I feel like it'll take her a while to warm up to liking him. Tiamat awaits. Wait. The best moment. I love how funny the funny moments in this game have become. They are nice when they come because there's so much seriousness in the game. They're so fun. I was getting that atmosphere of where I was the other day. I don't remember where, but I turned off my mount music for a bit.
Edgin and
Dragon sounds so cool. Alright, I guess I should, unless you guys speak dragon, probably just read those parts. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
Sure, I'd love to give bad news to the dragon. My sins should be repeated. I sensed not the faintest stirring. As to who could have called him forth, I know none, save if the dragons of Mericidia are children. The icon claimed their souls when first he manifested, and robbed of their will, they became tools for the Allagan's dark designs.
Much like those held here in Asisla. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Maybe we will be getting some more dragon plot. Yes, the dragons of Mericidia are at the mercy of this Ascian. There can be no other explanation. He's angry. Accursed Ascians, vile minions of darkness. There's a lot of angry words. Again, you would profane the memory of my beloved, and strip our children of their freedom, their dignity. Are there no depths to which you will not stoop? Poor dragon.
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished. Behavior befitting a great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Let's not piss off the dragon, shall we? Please. Oh, I read that, sorry. Recall, mortals, that it was I who first did summon my beloved, praying with all my being to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequence.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul.
It's hard to remember when it's during a voice cutscene that I still have things to
meet
voice.
with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Indeed. Ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will tell thee the power we of the First Brood weld. Were I to lose myself to the Icon's influence, all would pay the price. I will say, I found the design of the dragons all throughout Heavensward and just the game in general really unique. Like, I don't feel like they look similar to a lot of dragons, like their interpretations in other games and media, I suppose. It looked so unique that I was almost off. I was a little, like, put off by them at first, especially Nidhogg and Hraesvelgr. But I really started to, I don't know, their designs are just really cool. They're very unique, as far as dragons go especially. I just found them really cool. They, like, went a little less, I don't know. They made them really unique. I just wanted to put that out there. I find it really cool. But it is of a little matter. For even had I the strength to resist, I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
I feel like that would expel a lot of energy. For a dragon? Yeah, I do agree they're very unique. Yeah, they really are. I found it really cool. I was expecting, like, your average dragon design at first, and when I saw them I was like, what? These don't look like dragons. But then I really appreciated how different they were. Speakest thou in earnest?
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
A chance to make amends? Lay Bahamut's memory to rest. You can do it. Come on, dragon. Our own star faced annihilation. Hydaelyn granted us sanctuary. Now your foes would bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow. For the debt I owe to Hydaelyn, and to all those who suffered for my sins, I shall fight with you, children of man. So I can't believe we learned Hydaelyn's a primal. Everything we learned in Shadowbringers, us and everything we knew, very interesting. While porxies have been shown to be effective in curing the tempered, Tiamat may be considered a special case. She's far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process has failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Then, before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Why, yes, we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. Hopefully it's not quite as much of a process as the last easy little piece of information we came here to find. We shall leave that to you then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of those shackles. I know Alphino and Muconix here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? I thought he was asking Alize that. She would have been so mad. She would have been like, who do you think you're talking to? Where have you been through all of this? Rest assured, Sir Estinian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star, though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all of her sorrows, I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. It took the encouragement of braver souls than I am to make me take that first step towards a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you are not as young as you look. Mayhap when our work here is done, we could trade tales over a pot of Totaru's famous tea. I'd be indebted to her for the leaves and hot water. I think not. I see. Returning swiftly to the task at hand, then. Once a date with Estinian. I believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. Ah yes, we are familiar with it. The etherochemical research facility in particular. Oh, you may wish to take this. A spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. Hopefully this one doesn't have a password, right? Which you just happen to be carrying around with you. I suppose that could seem rather odd. To explain, Rambros, Urianger, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels in the transference not only of memories, but the traits of certain bloodlines. And so I keep one at the ready, should an opportunity to test our theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions, having identified me as being of royal blood. And armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will do the same for you, even in their absence of, well, the rest of me. Seemed worth a try at least. Agreed. We will take good care of it. To the flagship, then. Okay. At least we can fly here, right? I've got a lot to do in this game before Endwalker. I'm so excited. Here we are. Oh, sorry. Let us split up and search the flagship for the nodes that control Tiamat's restraints. that, should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make adjustments we would not do to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, no less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is to simply identify the relevant node or nodes. Once we've learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare notes prior to proceeding. Sorry, with where my microphone is, it is so hard to not hit my desk and make what I imagine is not a very pleasant noise. Trying to get it fixed. Just a matter of time. KRRR. Data link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause, intruder interference. Advise deployment of automated combat units. Proceed. Okay. Zzz. I feel like I just read a sound as letters. I'm guessing those probably sound just like bzzz. BZZZT. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. Okay, getting away from that one. Bleep bloop. Warning. Scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in negative 2020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. Great, I think we found that one. Pretty straightforward, I think. If I do say so myself. Oh, you guys look like you haven't moved. Oh, interesting. I'm afraid Astin and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? Spontaneously, you say? Well, that does sound promising. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of a spirit vessel. I dare say it is indeed the node of which Graha spoke. And it was chirruping, you say? Well, let's take a very well, let us take a closer look. Gaia doing her little hammer bongs. I can't quit looking at her. Oh, so we do all the work, yeah. Clearly they're helping out so much. They're so helpful. I'm totally not doing everything. Flip, do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? Flip bloop. You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanisms may only be undertaken by the chief technologist and members of the royal family. Or those with a vessel full of royal blood, perhaps. I thought that was the node. Here you go. Here's some blood. Blip. New user detected. Commencing biometric authentication. Bloop. Authentication complete. User identified as member of the royal family. Please state your name. Oh. Can we just pretend we're Graha? We'll just say me. Welcome, Euconics. Let me operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Let's not do that now, please. Blip, bloop, error. Unable to disengage restraints. The specimen Tiamat. A system update is required. That's funny. A system update? What do you suppose it is asking of us? Just smash it to pieces. I'll say that. That's funny. Now that I do understand, you can go first. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. Loop. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I am unable to establish a link to said system due to the obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. It just needs an update. So this thing can release the restraints or not. Use your brain, Stinian baby. Okay. It can, but only once it has received the requisite system update, as far as I can tell. Until which time it'll float there spewing nonsense? User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating placation protocols. Loop. I am here to help. Rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. LMAO. How gratifying. But I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it. We're not trying to release the restraints right now anyways, right? We're just trying to identify which one can. Guiding user to terminal. This way, please. After it gets a system update, it's going to need an update to the Restraint program. It's going to need me to install something else. Just kidding. What was that for? We're not going. How are we going? This isn't it, so where am I going? They do not understand update. No, they do not. I feel like they would. They've got enough fancy technology shit here, you'd think they'd know. I hate this place. Didn't even have that. Okay. Fine. It's fine. I went through the same path as you did. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine. Let's see. According to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask which version you are currently employing? Right, software version 42.002, of course. Blip bloop. Warning, errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time required for update? 5 years, 1 day? 5 years? This is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead? The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can't imagine it will have changed all that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we should be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain, just tell me if we've made any progress. Stinian is having trouble using his listening skills. I would say so, yes. It does, however, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via Link Pearl once I'm ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have use for it. Rest assured, I'll be certain to return it to Grahatia once this is over. Just a little more work, and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Allegan Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Ascians. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascians touched turned to ash, and thus have you made it your mission. Have you made it your mission to fight them? Oh man. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. And so I must ask, what do you intend to do with Van Daniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? No, not this one. Not this one. Enemy or no, I want to understand him. Whatever. I don't want to sound like an ass. But did he not tell you that he was beyond reason? If he wishes to die, I say we oblige him. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it be but the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. Thanks, Estinian. Think us unwise for viewing the world thus. Far from it. That has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as weakness to be exploited, and there may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had knelt the killing blow. Man, sorry, I'm having a hell of a time today with the dialogue. So, save your mercy for those who deserve it. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphino has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. Alright, where are we going? Let's take the polar bear, shall we? I am so nervous. It's fine. Nervous, but it's fine. Unfortunately, because I did play the expansion when I guess that the patches aren't played that late, but because the Endwalker trailer is already out, I know some people to not be too worried about, but you know that I think of ones that I didn't see in there or anything. Not to say anything, or to say I don't really remember, but we'll be fine. I hope so. I hope so. Wow. What a flex. I'm nervous. Estinian told me all is well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alphino's absence that he's needed elsewhere. Oh, I miss hearing this music and all the cutscenes. Not all of them, but I really have a soft spot for the music in Heavensward. I hope so. LOL can't take any more pain. I just don't want anything bad to happen. Heavensward is my favorite expansion just because of the music. It's really, really so good. Well, that all sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were off talking to nodes, Graha and I learned as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirm that her ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all other things being equal, treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of aether with which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning I'll need all the aether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic. Namely that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Well, that's good, considering she's a lot larger than them, but a lot more body and ether, I imagine. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god. Might that have made a difference? Now that you mention it, it very well might. You would not have believed it necessary to defer to his will. But enough talk. It's time to put our theories to the proof. I'll Alpha note to disengage the restraints, ethereal dampers. I'm counting on you, Angelo. So cute. Let's go, Angelo! He's so cute. The mother Porksy from that dungeon too, so cute. So glad I got the triple triad card of her. Ah, such warmth. The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of days long forgotten. War with the men of Alleg. Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? Could it be that the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories? Or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her to recall the past, we may be able to speed her recovery. Mechanics, he trusts you. Speak to her. Ask her to tell you of times past. Man, if I was streaming back when I played Heavensward, I would have cried like a baby so many times. Everything just made me so emotional. We were just talking about that, so we'll talk about that. Wicked, bloodthirsty creatures. Not content with their own lands, they brought fire and death to Mericidia, our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mercidia by the children of men, while many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. On our arrival, we were welcomed by the peaceful people of the forest, kin upon the trees. Into the trees, Surrounded by nature's bounty, Bahamut and I had found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Charlayan scholar Rurusha. She posits that man first settled on the southern continent towards the end of the Second Astral Era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. Really sad. People in this universe really treated dragons like garbage. Again, Angelo. When first the children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion, Such was their fear of dragonkind, and as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet as the days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, carrying even more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time, they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to the strife. Until, one day, they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their conflicts. Ahmed agreed, and with them presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony, too, were fated to end. For the men of Alex slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded to the envenomed words of the Ascians. The rest thou knowest only too well. Jeez. Take it easy, Alize. But your tale doesn't have to end there. When you are free, we'll rid the world of the Ascians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Run! Ugh, thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear when this is over. She's so mean to him. Keep going, Alize. The magic is working. I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for the retreating a great worm. But we're close. I can feel it. Though I've only got a few more drops of aether left to give. With yours and Graha's, this will work. And I believe I speak for both of us when I say that you may take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go. I hope this goes well. Not to say that I don't believe in her, because boy would that piss her off. Go Angelo! Go Alize! Angelo always looks like he's about to be like a magical girl transformation. He's about to put on like a little, kind of like the Mother Porksy, the costume that she had, the little cute outfit and stuff.
No! I'm almost there!
Come on, Alize, do the thing.
This is it, Angelo!
Oh yes, Angelo needs a costume. He does. I can see it would be very cute. I'll have to design it myself. Yes, I feel it. The icon's grip groweth weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Groweth weak doesn't sound like gone to me, but we'll see. Yep, 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 yep. Answer me this, children of man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner? That's the hope, isn't it?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children. Do you hearken unto my call? We shall fly together once more. But should you not, I shall grant you peace. Better to die than to live as a tool of evil. You too would wish this, I know, and I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you. Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time.
Oh. Not what I expected us to be doing in the story today. Hanging out with Estinian, freeing dragons.
Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
It's funny because when I was on here yesterday, I was feeling a lot of nostalgia for Heavensward. That's actually why I turned up my mount music. I was just in the zones hanging out. I hope this goes well. Wow. Roaring. Ah. What? Bahamut, my beloved. What? What is she doing? For vengeance and atonement, I rise. Not in a bad way, right?
By the gods!
Or were they just shocked because dragons roar make a... She's so pretty. Okay, I thought this was bad for a second. I thought things got bad. It's fine. Ooh.
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan.
Ooh.
He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Dragon time, baby. I mean, that dungeon may have to do with dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way.
Let's get it. I'm so excited.
Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
She's so pretty. I had chills for a second there. I love dragons. She's so pretty. Okay. Well, I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat in battle. To be wiser to gather full strength of the Scions first. The foe we face demands no less. Okay. Estinian having all the fun, right? Why can't we ride a dragon too? That's what I'm saying, yeah. Why can't we go? Can I go? Maybe we can do that fast little dash thing up there. If we were a dragoon, maybe. Before we pick up this quest, I will be back in just a quick second. I gotta go take a super quick restroom break. I feel like I've got enough coffee, so I probably won't make any more. It'll be super quick. I'll be back in just a second. I'll pick up this quest. I'm so excited. Alright, be back in just one second. Don't pay attention to the screen that says I'm probably making coffee. It's lying right now. Oh, good evening, Bowmage. Welcome in. I'll be back in just a second. The quests are getting very, very exciting. I'm super, super excited. Dragons. Okay, be back in just a second. And welcome in. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're having a good day. Be right back. Okay. I certainly didn't think we'd be back to dragons, so that's really exciting. Okay, let's go. I hope your day's been going well, Bowmage. Been pretty chill here. Very excited about the story. And we might have a dungeon coming soon. I'm getting that feeling. And I think it's the one that I've been really waiting for and I really want to get the glamour from, so. Over now, so there's that. That's always good, yeah. Certainly a positive. I've already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way. No, I want to go do the dragon battles. I'm missing out on all the fun. That's some musical craziness. What the fuck did that mean, musical craziness? I don't know what I'm talking about. They released Tiamat? Yes, we did. I thought it was going bad for a second. I thought she tricked us, but at least I thought at that moment she did. Who's to say what's gonna happen? But I got a little nervous when it first happened. What do you guys think about me putting a... I can't really point to it because it's all over there. A stream chat box over the in-game chat. Because I've moved it out of the way some. And since that area is already taken up by the chat anyways, if I can get it somehow over there where it looks very clean and not messy, it'll be interesting. I imagine that's to say for the rest of the story, I'm sure, but I'm excited. But I never let myself be too excited without being nervous, so. I mean, Lise was completely fine. That was surprising. She was just at this meeting. Oh, guy does the bonk so well. Had me so worried about that, and then she was just sitting at the table. She was like, oh, they almost tried to kill us. Almost. I thought you were dead. I have no opinion on chat on stream screen. If you want to go for it, I don't particularly want it on the screen, but it would be a good way to cover up the chat so I don't have to worry about— I always worry about people saying like not very good things in the shout chat and not wanting to have it on my screen. I'm always like switching it over, so I feel like if it was covered up that would eliminate that trouble for me. Where's my quest? That's mostly the reason I would like to have it there. Or considered it anyways. There we go. Now, I know some of you could do with the rest, but I'm sorry to say, I remember how they said it in the voice cutscenes now. Sorry to say that the Talafaroi have other plans. Algathon is already under siege. This is the dungeon I've been waiting for. This is the glamours I've been wanting. These are the glamours I have been wanting. Sorry. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort. Marshal Chaverpin at their head. Well now, given the failure of peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. It's good to hear that Ul'dah has not abandoned the Amalja. Abandon them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Oh. What did you say? Or you put your cam over it too? Yeah, I probably should do that. I'm so used to where I have it. That would probably make a good deal more sense. I wouldn't be in the middle of cutscenes. I don't know what had me put it here. I think I had it in the bottom right corner and I just kind of moved it up and cropped it some, changed it. The dungeon has some nice glamour. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm a big fan. Your Grace. Marshal Terrapin has made provisions for such an exigency and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the Syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Ul'dah alone in its resolve. The other Alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Palgathon. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde besides. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. But not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Amalja show any signs of tempering. Strange. What primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls? I don't know, that's a good question. Unless it is incapable of doing so? Primals are not wont to serve a master, Ascian or otherwise. It may be well that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Muconix and others like her wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, Lunar Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe, whom our soldiers will struggle to best through mere force of arms. With the aid of the Scions, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming, that is, you are ready to take the field. An airship awaits to bear you to the front. Try set forth as soon as you are able. I, meanwhile, shall continue to coordinate our forces. Till next we meet, may the 12 bless you and keep you. It was kinder of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. So sweet. I for one am inclined to do as her Grace requests. Lest we forget, our involvement in Fordola are in Palgathon on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the better their chances. Indeed. To the airship, then. To the Bonanza. To the Bonanza. Instead of saying let us be about it all the time, I'm gonna say let us make our way to the Bonanza. Unless we're not going to the Bonanza, but it's funny either way. Navigating this city is interesting as always. I remember trying to get to the airship landing here before I had all of the Ethernet shards unlocked. Man, it was something. I still don't know how to get around here. Greetings, we've been expecting you. But say the word, and we shall depart for Palgathon at once. Yay! Hell yeah. Right. Yay! Okay, anyone that would like to join this craziness is more than welcome. No one is required, of course. Obviously, but anyone who feels like joining craziness, let me know. And I will go ahead and add you to the party, and we will queue in just a moment. Alright. Is that Wave saying you want to join in on the fun, Bowmage? Sure, I like this dungeon. Alright. I'm excited for it. This seems fun. Do I know that for sure? No. But it seems fun. I know nothing about it. I just like the glamour. And the story's been fun, so I'm feeling dragons. Because they've got all the dragons going around doing things. We haven't had a dungeon to do with dragons in a long time. It's a fun dungeon. I'm excited. Alright. Alright, if we are all ready to go, we will queue in just a second. I just wanted to sit for a minute just to make sure. I'll pass on the aiming gear for you. Thank you! I'm really excited. I hope I get at least something. And if not, I will definitely be doing some glamour farms here for sure. So excited. Where else do I want? I still want to do that for the aiming chop from here. It's on Ravel. I want that one for sure. And I will get all ninja drops. Hope not. Hopefully not. Hopefully things go pretty well. Right. So if everyone is ready, I want to make sure everyone's in the class they want and everything. Alright. Let's go ahead and queue. Waiting for the tank. Wow, they're all like, really? We've got so many of us here, you don't want to go with us? Wow. We see how it is. We don't want to see how the story pans out. They're just kidding. The betrayal. I know. Look at them. They're all like... They're like, we're ready. We couldn't do this before. Now that we can't go. It's just funny how they're all like facing me in a circle. I turn around and they're like, what? You're not gonna bring us? You'll show up in the cutscenes at the end. Don't worry. We'll be there. Alright, let's go! I should probably look into turning down my graphics a bit for performance and these types of things. Now that I've turned off different effects and stuff, that didn't really solve my issue, at least not fully. AoE time. Ooh. It's so cool. The music? This is so fun. Alright. Did you dance? Let's go! Yay! I just feel this dungeon's gonna be fun. Never mind that everyone's telling me repeatedly that it is. I just feel it, you know? Hell yeah. Go. Oh, missed him. Woohoo! I like how different the dungeons can feel in this game. I don't know if that makes sense. But all the ones I've done recently have been so distinct from one another. Damn. Ooh, first boss. Oh, jeez. Like, I didn't understand that too well, but it's okay. Oh jeez. Oh, okay, that's where I'm supposed to go. In first. I did not do that right. It's okay. Alright. Seems we're good. Hell yeah. That was pretty straightforward. Not too bad. Our first piece of ninja gear.
What took you so long? The Amalja are in trouble. Let's split up.
A good dungeon so far. Good music. Good stuff. Oh my gosh, Sir Emmert's here? In the dungeon with me? Didn't expect to see you here. Oh my gosh, Sir Emmert, what are you doing here? The AoE Emmerich. Just kidding, he can do what he wants. He wants to stand in the AoE, he's welcome. He can do what he wishes.
Oh no, you don't.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Oh, that was hurting, wasn't it? Never mind. Oh my god, she's so cool. An earring. Ooh, second boss already? Perhaps? Oh damn. Okay, I see that now. I definitely didn't see that to look out for. Definitely paying attention to those now. I'm glad I figured that out before. Oh shit. I'm glad I figured that out before I died to it. Tends to be how I learn, so. What? chain cannons. I really did not see those at first. Okay. There's a lot of stuff happening. The cannons. So much. I was not sitting in the right spot for that. I'm very sorry. It's okay. Damn. This is crazy. Oh no. Really intense. Oh, the technical step, that'll go. Nice. Hey, there we go. There's something at least. Yay. There's some dragons. Whoa, oh my goodness. Wow. Definitely gotta explore mode for some screenshots here. I took a ton of screenshots and I don't know if I talked about it. I was just doing like a bunch of unlock quests. And I did like the Great Google Library hard unsynced. Just like, you know, obviously. Like what a level 60 dungeon, it was fine. But there are so many cool environments there to take screenshots with. There's like all these piles of books. They have this like red glow to them. I took a lot of cool pictures there. Oh, take the dragon. Wow. Sprint my dragon steed, I'm a bit behind everyone. Sorry guys. Whoa. There's a lot of shit. The computer seems to be handling it okay though. That's good news. Got lucky with some of those skills there. One of the things I'm trying to get a little better at is not being afraid to stand in an AoE area after not being afraid to not wait until the whole animation is played through, you know, just when the orange circle goes away. Or the shape, you know, whatever. I used to be really afraid of that. I was like, no, it's just still not safe. This is what the boss I was hoping for. What could we please put this at the end of the dungeon so I don't feel like I'm gonna get left out watching it? Didn't seem good. That didn't seem good. Okay, I'm just following the group, I assume. I feel like this boss is gonna pull some craziness. Oh damn. That wasn't good. I'm getting myself hurt. That was not the right place to be. No. Oh. I got killed. I'm sorry. I did not understand that pattern until a little too late. Seems to be going good though. Minus dying once. This is what I did wrong. Okay, but now it's the middle this time? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just thinking ahead. I just remembered the very end of this dungeon because I've done it so many times. We got him! Yay! I mean that in all caps, but I'll be that enthusiastic, sure. My man, casting. Hey, that was on my Wondrous Tales. I forgot I picked that up the other day. What I was doing. And still cool though. To run that for some aiming things. Good job, everyone. That was fun. Fun dungeon. Yeah, it was fun. It was pretty crazy. The music was great. Got your volume back up. The music was great. Bosses were fun. Very fun, yeah. Very fun indeed. And that's a good thing because I'm going to be running out a lot for that aiming stuff, I imagine. Oh good, I thought, kind of seemed like she like fell, like was like pretty injured, but I guess not. Dragons do be talking slow. Children of man, the shade of my beloved is no more, and I shall be forever in your debt. By your deeds are we set free, and free shall we remain as long as I draw breath. Never again shall the dragons of Mericidia hearken to the lies of the Ascians. This I vow. It is always good to know someone who promised.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more.
Yay.
Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
Proud to call you allies. Or allies.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury.
That's good. It would be good to gather up some people who also don't like them. Be good.
I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause. Till we meet again.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
I can't enjoy this moment with that tower looming in the background. See? Yes. Alphino feels the same. It's almost like he heard me. Sometime earlier, inside the Pagathon Tower. Shackleton? Oh no. Ugh.
What in Relga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Oh, why would he just try to pull them? Really?
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them! We're leaving, now!
Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
No! No!
Looks like Ifrit.
Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
We learn here is never send a paladin to do a ninja scouting job. Yeah, some jobs just aren't for tanks. That's okay. Definitely. Everyone have a lunar form? Is that a lunar Ifrit? Those are quite similar. While it would be too much to hope that we have seen the last of Fandaniel, we have dealt his schemes a telling blow to this day. That alone is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will when we have received word of Arnvald's safe return. Well, I'm not sure how that's gonna go, so you guys aren't getting these meanwhile cutscenes? You guys aren't seeing this? Imagine my character gets out of a cutscene and I'm like, whoa. And they're like, whoa, what did you see? I'm like, you guys didn't see that cutscene? And obviously my character isn't seeing the cutscenes I am, but it'd be funny. But like, you guys didn't see that? You guys aren't getting these? Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss the day's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave scions. Okay, well that made it easy. Would that I could treat you to a hero's welcome, but I bear urgent news from the Frontistery. Okay. Your Grace, whatever's the matter. You sound troubled. As our troops withdrew from Pagalthon, they came upon 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I've yet to hear a full account, but it seems that one of them, your friend, I believe, had been wounded, and was being dragged away by the other. Oh no. I must go. Forgive me, Your Grace. You do be running. Can you tell us aught of Arnvald's condition, Your Grace? The wounded scout. Not say that it is grave. The Chirurgeons tend to him even as we speak. Damn. The infirmary must be inundated with the wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Econix, Estinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support from someone other than me. Works for me. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see to it that the relevant people know what took place in Pagleton. Just me and Estinian venturing out, just going on some adventures. If only it were, under better circumstances, but I'm still not complaining. Come on then. Been a while since I got to just venture with Estinian. Surely I have plenty of craziness that I could be telling him, right? It is strange to have a dungeon's entrance at, I don't know how to navigate the city. Just let me go to let me get to an Ethernet shard, please. What was I saying? Oh, it's strange that there's just a dungeon entrance at the airship landing now. Here we are. Talking to yourselves? No. Okay. Another one come to see the lad in silver armor. Master Demeliot is attending to him as we speak. You'd be so kind as to wait. What did Master Demeliot say? Tell me his exact words. I gotta be nice. The Kybergens do their work. But you're right, forgive me. When we said our farewells to Arnvald, I was afraid something like this might happen, but now that it has, all we can do is wait.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
I'm sure he would feel bad about thinking it, but do you think Alphino's thinking that he wishes she was the one who got injured? That would make sense. She has caused us a lot of pain.
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
Your glasses, sir.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Poor Alphen.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life.
Poor Alfie.
I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light.
To your mouth. You're not being very kind.
People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
She needs... I get where she's coming from, but I'm very protective over Alphino. She can't talk to him like that. You pushed him.
It may be.
Look, she hurt his little
Victory
shoulder.
Cannot be won without cost.
He hurt his little soul.
But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
Shoulder.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
Be nice. Tell her off, Estinian. Come on.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me.
Yeah, Estinian.
It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
Man.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot will be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
I knew Estinian was gonna stand up for Alphino. I get where she's coming from, but also it is not the time. It's not the time to... It's not an appropriate time to crush all of his dreams.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Man, I really missed him. Even just him here having like extended lines of dialogue is making me emotional. You think he heard? Oh, I love this game so much. I know. There's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin with the others. Her Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? We will. Why does that feel weird to me? I'm sure I'm just being nervous. But I don't know. Are we aware of such meeting? Is it a trap? I don't know. For some reason, I'm just really not trusting the game right now. I just got kind of heightened emotions for a moment there. If we walk into a trap, I don't know what. Okay, everything's fine. Never mind. Carry on. Where are our chairs?
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
This game has traumatized
Take
me.
note of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Oh, did she skip the meeting because she's mean?
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within.
I thought that looked quite a bit like him, but I wasn't sure.
Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital.
Oh, the construction. Right.
Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
I'm really interested because we are getting decently close to... I don't know, do we have any more story patches before Endwalker? I feel like we're too close. But I'm really interested to see how this is going to... transition over to Endwalker's story. I'm really excited to see what it's going to be about and how they connect, really, I guess.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns.
I don't know if they say much about the story beforehand, but I know I haven't seen anything of it. I've avoided all of it because I've been so far behind, especially when Endwalker was announced. I don't know if they've already said any story tidbits, or just kind of a general plot, but I don't know any of that, so very excited.
Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Yay.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
Where are they? You need only tell me where they are.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause.
Yay!
It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do.
That'd be really cool.
Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
You know, the name Paglfan looks I don't know, does this make sense? It looks kind of like cool and intimidating. Like it's just a very cool place like it was. But it sounds kind of cute. Pagglethon? It sounds cute. It sounds different than it looks.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
At least my ears have yet to fall off today. That's funny the other day. Right then, unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. This isn't the end of 5.5 already, is it? We have 5.55 after this, right? And that includes you, Alphino. Arnvald is in good hands here. The gang's almost all there, yeah. It's really nice to have Stinian back right now. I have missed him so much. Yep, 5.55. I guess it would make sense if you're close to the end of this patch because we're generally doing the patches stream post Stormblood, I guess. Oh. Of course, he would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire then, that we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all are in agreement then, I shall let Kryle know to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging within the time available. Ingrid needs a bath and a snack. It will be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. What the hell does that mean, Alphino? If Ordola got in his head, I'm gonna lose my mind. Yes, I'll try asking him. And thank you. I shall look forward to it. Comrades eagerly await our return, and Kryle in particular has a few matters she is keen to discuss, one of which concerns you, Estinian, believe it or not. You will join us, won't you? Please say he joins us. Please, don't go away. Fine, yay! Man, I missed him. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding that Baldessian woman. That look is making me sad. If I refused, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? Estinian's coming back with us. And then we do side quests. Nier and the weapon stories. Yay! I'm so excited for the Nier stuff. Man. to the Rising Stones. Fingers crossed for the door being there when we get there. Of course, if we are at the end of patch, that means we're gonna get one hell of a cutscene before we leave the Rising Stones, that's for sure. Please, nothing too bad. I'm so nervous. But I'm so glad Estinian is with us. Come on, Rising Stones, you got it. Here we go. I'm so excited for side stuff. I was unlocking some side quests the other day. I turned in the last of the quests from the Extreme Heavensward trials. I hadn't actually turned some of those in afterwards. Going through my terrible, terrible quest log.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
Ooh. I'm seeing how that connects.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
Good.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
I hope so.
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
Oh. Crystarium wasn't that to like a bunch of people though? Like to just me? I think.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the First, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
BFF Heidi? I don't know, are we BFFs?
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen. convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light.
I'm not so sure anymore.
To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in her judgment.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I'm able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular.
He's being jammed. Hope it's something tasty like strawberry. Maybe. Could be grape. I don't know any other jams.
Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number.
Don't you dare leave us now, Estinian. Grapes. I read that just when it was spelled different. Grapes. 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 Grape.
And so I must ask you again. Will you join us?
Please, Estinian, please. Please, Estinian, please.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault.
That makes us a good team, so I will definitely go with you guys.
But I know you would never turn your back on those in need.
Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours.
Yay!
After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Thank you, Estinian.
Estinian was being stinky for a while. He was showing up and he was like, bye, I don't want to talk to you guys. So I'm glad.
Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
These smiles are...
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
I'm gonna get a meanwhile out for this, and I don't want to see it.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Charlian, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
There's a meanwhile, I don't want to see it. Everything ended nice there. Everyone was smiling, and Estinians coming with us. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Son of a bitch. What the hell is that? Oh, picking his new weapon, is he? I wonder what he'll find. A scythe?
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken.
Really flimsy column material they got there in the Imperial Palace, right? Wouldn't you think it'd be a little more, at least a little more, like not so easily destructible? Just having a sword thrown at it?
Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use.
It's a support structure, not a pin cushion. That's a load-bearing pin cushion. So yeah, they should have been more careful.
Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
But the scythe right there, I think I see it. I've been looking for it.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
That's right, I guess we're not supposed to know. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a busy few moons. Moons? Well, it looks like I'm going to have a busy few moons. Not that they ever seem to be anything but. Tancred's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm. Which is not to say that I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. and you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future. But for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Here's where I come in. And gladly, mind you, the least I can do to support the scions who risk life and limb, like poor Arnvald. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying the odd prayer, keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back to a complete shambles, now would it? But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go and get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know. Well, my friends, oh, no title from this one, huh? Stingy. Okay. That's 5.5, I suppose. That's an achievement, that's usually what that means. We got our meanwhile cutscene. Didn't go too bad. Just Xenos picking his secret weapon that we don't know about for sure, right? Kind of 5.5. Wow. Alright, well, I guess that means Thursday is 5.55. And then we've got lots of content to do from there, so definitely won't be any shortage of things to do. Oh man, I'm nervous. Quite nervous. Oop. His new weapon is a trumpet. Could be. We don't know, right? We don't know anything about the new classes or anything. It's all a big secret, a big surprise. Well, this was a very nice patch. I was not expecting dragons to be at the forefront so much. More than they've ever been since Heavensward, I suppose. That was a very, very nice surprise. Because I don't know anything. I don't know anything that's happening in any of these, so. Everything's a nice surprise. Go ahead and put socials in there. Very fun. Those are, yeah, this was fun. The dungeon was really fun. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for hanging out, Bow Mage. Thanks for helping with the dungeon. I'm definitely gonna run that for some glamour farming for sure. And the dungeon, yeah, it was super fun. Only died once. It was just very sad timing for me. I did not figure that out in time. But yeah, I had a ton of fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out as always. It means a lot, and it's super fun. And we'll be continuing at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow. 5.55. I am so nervous. And then we've got lots and lots of stuff to do. So I look forward to all of that. And I hope everyone has a really nice night. And get your rest. Oh, I forgot I put these. I bought a bunch. I'm gonna use them at fun moments in the game. And I forgot. Oh, the screen's not on there. It's just the little, bombard blooms. I redeemed a bunch of the points from the Moonfire Fair. Good MSQ so far, it's really good. Today was a really good one, I think. I loved the whole storyline, and I'm sure it's just gonna continue, and maybe dragons will play a decent part in Endwalker, who knows? We'll have to see. But yeah, I hope everyone has a really nice night. Good dinner, or whatever. I mean, I guess could be lunch, breakfast time. Who knows? But yeah, I hope everyone has a really nice night. And I'll be back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and have a good night, everybody. Bye. Good night. Okay, bye. Good night, everyone. Night all. Good night. Okay. Bye.